grounds in Goa. And then to our disappointment, we discovered that only 3% of these grounds had turf on them, and they were in good condition to be used for professional games and professional matches. So it was at that point, almost 6 years ago, that we decided that we will not be developing new facilities, but we will try and build on existing facilities and grounds that are already there. I thought that process would be a lot easier than it has been, but there were always many complications that were there for all of these grounds. Some grounds were owned by the Communidad, leased to the panchayats, given off to a football like a football club, and there were too many stakeholders. It was never easy to get anything done. Our first break came at the Salvador de Mundo ground. Honorable Minister Shri Goan helped us sort of figure out how we can do a partnership with the panchayat, with FC Goa at the time. This was three and a half years ago, and we had a very successful sort of run at the Salvador panchayat. As a result of that, we were able, as a result of that success, we were able to create a proposal for Fields of Dreams, take it to my father-in-law, Mr. Jaidev Modi, and to Delta Corp, and we pitched the idea of Delta actually doing Fields of Dreams across Goa through their CSR, and fortunately this is where we are. And this is the first sort of facility that we have launched in that partnership, and I'm very, very grateful to my father-in-law and to Delta Corp for helping us with this entire sort of initiative. I would like to thank Father Kennedy for trusting us with this land and for allowing us to grow these facilities, to build this facility over here. We hope that this serves as an inspiration for other sort of stakeholders to join us in doing more and more of such facilities as we build. We call this the Fields of Dreams because there's many people over here, including Shahji from AIFF and Catano from the Goa Football Association, who share a common dream. You know, we have a dream that India one day will develop footballers and will develop world-class players and will develop and be able to like sort of stand with the giants of football at some point or the other. And I know that there's lots of kids and parents in this audience that sort of share that dream, right? And this is basically our step in the direction of that dream. So that's why we decided to call this project the Fields of Dreams. I'm delighted to also announce that our next Fields of Dream project is going to be happening under the leadership of our Honorable Minister, Shri Mauvin Godinho, in his constituency in Berkmalo. And we look forward to developing that as our next ground. And yeah, so this is hopefully just a beginning, it's a start. And I look forward to sharing this dream with many of you. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you again, Delta Corp. Thank you again, Mr. Modi, for sort of making this happen. Yeah, thanks a lot. Right, and we're just going to play a short video to show how this ground looks good.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akshay Tandon, for that insight. May I now request the Honorable Minister for Transport, Industries, Panchayati Raj, Trade and Commerce, Protocol and Hospitality, Government of Goa, Shri Mauvin Godinho ji, to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. Present here at the Fields of Dream, Mr. Jaidev Modi, Chairman of Delta Corp, and the person behind making all this happen. Of course, the next important person, Akshay Tandon. I think so passionate about football and everything that happens in football, leading FC Goa team to bigger heights every time, performance wise, and building it as a wholesome team. Then those present here, Father Kennedy Menezes of St. Anthony's School, Mr. Anil Malani, President Operations of Deltin, Dr. Caetano Fernandez, President of course of our Goa Football Association, Dr. Saji Prabhakaran, General Secretary, All India Football Federation, Brahmanan, former Indian footballer, of course he is a Padma Shri as well as Arjuna awardee and one of the best goalkeepers I have seen produced by Goa. All the players present here, all the guests, ladies and gentlemen, Fields of Dream has been a dream project of Deltin Corporation under the CSR, as all of us know. First of all, I want to compliment them for having these particular thoughts being translated into action, trying to do something very deep and meaningful to build football at its grassroots. We all know what is football for Goans. Just like our shit kodi, as we say, which is a staple diet, we cannot survive without that. Another thing which I would say Goans cannot survive is seeing football, watching football. Like it is said, you eat and drink football. Everything you do is football. Ultimately, why not? Being the best sports person, being the best footballer is something, especially in Goa, which everyone would strive for. Looking at the number of grounds that we have, it was but necessary that we build up the infrastructure, help the youth to gather together, showcase their talent, and we polish it well so that they become really good footballers whose standards are comparable not only at the national level but at the international level. And I think the Fields of Dream will be doing exactly this job, and at the most opportune time, at a time when we have the National League, which all of us go to watch at Fatehpur, and how popular it is. We all know that particular league, how much it has helped football evolve. And I think our team, which is none other than FC Goa, the way it is cheered, the way Goans are involved, the way each one of us, whether we are watching it on television or whether we are watching the match from the stadium itself, the passion is what drives everything throughout, whether it is organizing something, whether it is actually playing the game, and whether it is helping to build youngsters. I must specially compliment Mr. Jaidev Modi, Mr. Akshay Tandon for being so passionate about the game, and the way they have taken it upon themselves in literally a missionary, with missionary zeal, that it is bound to yield results, and results will be there very soon, I hope, Mr. Saji is there from the All India Football Federation. India also is dreaming. Why should we rank very low in the committee of nations playing football? We have it in us. We must realize another thing. The real talent does not lie only amongst the players whom we normally see. Real talent can sometimes be in the villages, deep inside, if you scout for it. You look at the new players. You look at the composition, for that matter, even of the Indian cricket team. And there was a time when they used to be scouted only from certain states, from those cities. Today you have the top players coming from tier 2 or tier 3 cities, even from the villages, because there is that much of talent available. Even in football, I for one refuse to believe that India can never come up or match the standards of the like Argentinians, where it comes naturally, or the French, or for that matter any nation which plays football well, like Brazil. It is not that. We also got that talent, only you have to scout for it. It's like some diamond lying down in deep inside the mine. You have to mine it, thereafter you have to polish it, add value to it. We have got such talent even in Goa. I think Goa and Bengal, for that matter, I think they are number one. Now Northeast also has caught up like anything. So where there is dearth of talent, all that you have to do is polish it and get it to the fore. And what is better than getting them young? When they are young, you push them forward. When they are young, you train them. When they are young, you mold them in such a lovely fashion that results are automatically going to be there. They will be there for everyone to see, where all of us will be happy. I think our Reverend Fathers who run the St. Anthony School are also passionate about everything that they do. Running a school with more than 900 students is no easy task, and that they have chosen to give these grounds for development for young youth speaks of even your commitment to the betterment of young people. And you have tied up with the right people, passionate, whether it is Akshay, whether it is Jaydev, and all his other officials as well. I am sure this is going to go a long way in producing good footballers from this lovely state of Goa of ours. I want to say another thing. The second ground as material for the future. As we all know, the youth are the future. And today, the way our country is progressing, there is another Modi under whose progressive leadership our country is marching forward. We have a Modi here, maybe running businesses of various sorts. You have his son-in-law Akshay running businesses of every sort. Both the Modis are